Hello, Aston Villa fans, and welcome to For the Love of Pomegranate podcast on Villa AM on the 22nd of August, 2025. And some news. There was some news in the previous day on Thursday that is worth reporting. I think a lot of it kind of circled around Nicholas Jackson, but we get into some of that news. We get into some of the news that the other news that popped up over the course of the day. And let's start, I suppose, with an outgoing, because adios to Alex Moreno. Alex Moreno has signed his deal and has penned his deal and is now off to Catalonia to play with Girona for the coming season and into next season as well. I would imagine signed a 2-year deal. And one of the big things with this that I would usually discuss is that book values, that horrible word that everybody is now DMing me about, asking me why I'm talking about it. And realistically, I'm not going to run away from the financial side of things, much and all as it is a pain in all of our collective arses. Um, it's something that we need to speak about. And look, Alex Moreno leaving Aston Villa with no fee, apparently no fee coming back the other way. Just means that we get his wages off from an SCR point of view this year, which is fine. And you can split the book value. I think his book value can be split over the course of the next year as well anyway. So I'm not quite sure how that works. But he has basically, he's an SCR casualty. Obviously, there wouldn't have been a specific spot for him in the probably because we won't have the three homegrown players, I would imagine, for this year. I haven't done a whole pile of looking into that, but I did read somebody else who said that was the case. Wouldn't have had a place in our Europa League squad, and I would imagine minutes would have been next to none in the Premier League this year. So he's gone to Girona and off to pastures new. And I wish him the best, because came in at a time from Real Betis and made his debut against Leeds and played pretty okay, and then went on to have an absolutely sparkling season that year and a good start to the next season. And at that stage, then you've got Ian Maatsen has come in and Luca Dean has regained his place, and it's just one of those cruel things in football. He was a different type of left back, and he was one that got up that left wing. But now he's going to be playing his trade back in La Liga again, which is interesting. And wish him all the best in the rest of his career. The next person I want to talk about is Amadou Onana. Late on Thursday evening, it was reported by Ben Jacobs that Onana was on Al Ali's list of signings. Personally, I think that this one is less likely to go through. I don't think so. I think Aston Villa would need to have a deal commensurate or even above the John Duran deal. And the reason I say that is because, once again, that dirty word of book value that Amadou Onana has still for Aston Villa is 40 million. Villa are going to want to make a profit on that, and they're not going to just sell him just to facilitate SCR. I think a player like him, they can fit into the SCR this year and next year and into the future. And I think anything that they would sell him for would need to be bookable profit, if that makes sense. So I would be expecting, if there was a bid for him, it would want to be a sizable bid for him. But I don't expect him to leave this off season. But look, it's just worth reporting that this is the second time. So it's been reported by two different people. The first person, I can't remember who it was, but now Ben Jacobs is picking up on Saudi interest in Amadou Onana. But on other fronts, I suppose, and let's talk about this man first. JD Camveau is still on Aston Villa's radar. He turned down a move to Saudi, we found out, because he wants to work in a footballing project and wants to play football at a high level, and Villa are still interested in him. I would imagine that will rumble towards the end of the transfer window. And also, getting back to the person, I suppose, that there's been the most column inches written about with regards to incoming to Aston Villa, and that's Nicholas Jackson. I'm going to do a longer form piece on this guy tomorrow on Friday, because I want to discuss more about him. But Nicholas Jackson has been left out of the upcoming squad by Enzo Maresca. And he has spoken out on Nicholas Jackson amid the transfer links to Aston Villa, stating the player's future will be decided soon. So Chelsea are actively looking to move him on. He's actively looking to come to Aston Villa because he wants to work with a manager he worked with brilliantly in the past, and that in Unai Emery. So I wonder, can there be a meeting of the minds from a financial point of view? and maybe a structure to see how this deal will be structured. Obviously, there are other vultures circling there with the likes of Newcastle, Bayern Munich could be mentioned, and a host of other teams in the continent as well. So that's Nicholas Jackson. That one is going to rumble on into next week as well. And last but certainly not least is the new third kit for Aston Villa was released today. And it's I think it's lovely. I think it's really nice, inspired by the stained glass of Aston Villa. It's something a small bit different. It won't be to everybody's taste, but it's a shirt that we'll probably only end up wearing 3 or 4 times this season anyway. So I'm not going to lose sleep over it if people don't like it. I haven't purchased one myself just yet. It'll be a later in the year purchase because I went absolutely mad on the Newcastle, or sorry, on the new goalkeepers jerseys. Apologies. Those goalkeepers jerseys look absolutely brilliant, and I have purchased the black one, and I think I'm going to go back tomorrow and I'm going to purchase the purple one because I absolutely love them. They're nice and sleek. They're nice and clean designs, and that trefoil logo there as well is absolutely fantastic. So the goalkeeper shirts are big, massive thumbs up from me. So that's going to do it for us today on Villa AM and for the Aston Villa news. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, share, whatever you like to do. We have brought this one in well under the 8-minute mark, and we will be back again tomorrow with a longer form version of a podcast by Nicholas Jackson. We will also have Jay White with me tomorrow, Friday, on doing our Brentford preview. And then I may not be able to do Team Sheet Tantrum and a post-match on Brentford because I may actually be going potentially to watch the game with some fans, and maybe hopefully we'll be bumping into somebody very, very special indeed as well. So watch this space. Don't want to tease it in case it doesn't happen, but watch this space if it does happen as well. So thanks so much to everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and all that's left to say is up the Villa.
It's Villa in the morning.